Braden, just talk about the role you played Saturday and that you enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I mean, they felt I could help out playing like an extra lineman, double / tight end on some plays and on short yardage. I mean, felt like I get the job done, and so did they. So I think I helped out pretty good.
Did you feel like you played well?
I mean, there's always things you can improve on. I mean, no one feels like they played their best always, but I can definitely, that's like a starting ground.
Do you see that kind of expanding as the season goes on?
I mean, it really depends what the coaches see, like what role, if I can play, help them out anyway.
You tell them you can catch the ball?
I don't know about that.
Brett, not to really call you out, but obviously there was some confusion that first series. You went in there around, I guess, the 10-yard line. You went off, came back on. And what happened that play, I guess? Did you not know you were going on originally?
I mean, it's just some miscommunication. Like, it's kind of hard because it's a loud environment, but yeah, it's just miscommunication.
You say it's the cowbell's fault.
It was pretty loud. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Just for you, how much better and more comfortable do you feel just playing the game now that you've had a chance to kind of get out there and play in several games?
I mean, it definitely helps to get some game experience, you know, like you accumulate some confidence by actually getting out there and playing overtime. And like as the season's been going, I got more confident in my play.
Did you expect coming in, I mean, you were kind of a late recruit on the end of this group, so did you expect coming into the season you would go and get this kind of playing time?
I honestly didn't know. I just know I was going to have to start from the bottom and work to wherever I could get to.
Were you surprised by all the attention you got when you got here and the Drago stuff and all that stuff?
I was kind of surprised. I mean, I didn't expect all these names. I thought I'd just blend in with everyone else.
Do you prefer
Yeah.
a certain nickname? Which one's kind of caught on that you've noticed?
Really, I mean, no one really calls me too much nicknames now. I mean, like maybe a few people, but really everyone just calls me Braden.
When was the last time you said you thought you were going to blend in? When was the last time you actually blended in anywhere?
I have no idea. You don't really know, say, like until like standing here or something, like standing next to someone's like, oh, I guess I am a little bigger or something.
Did you have a favorite at all? I mean, Rhett took to calling you the Hulk because he's got 2 little kids, you know, and they're big Marvel fans. Did you have a favorite nickname?
I mean, I couldn't really say I do. I mean, I just kind of respond, like, if he says Hulk, I'm just respond to it, I guess.
We're going to ask you that a third time in a minute. So.
When Coach Grimes made the trip to recruit you there late in the process, I guess it was late January, February, what was that trip like when he's reaching out? You hadn't heard from Auburn until late in the process. Just what was that interaction like?
I mean, he's pretty just a straightforward guy, like telling me, like, consider they were losing that tackle, like, well, then they'd have that little bit of need. You know, it's nice going to a school that, like, needs you at that position. I felt like I could help. I mean, he's a great coach, and I saw he does some great things with players. And I mean, you want to get coached by a guy like that,
Yeah.
definitely.
What's it been like having a chance now to play for him for a couple of months?
I mean, it's been great. I mean, I've learned so much over the past couple of months. Like, if I were to like compare from where I ended at high school to now, I've come so much further.
And your sister nearly came here, right? She was being recruited here?
Yes, sir.
And she ended up going to TCU?
Yes, sir.
And your family, like I think your high school coach said that the family had a very positive experience with that recruitment. How much did that weigh into your decision when Auburn comes calling late in the process to really give a good hard look at it?
I mean, it didn't really play too much. I mean, like, my dad and sister told me some of the experiences, but other than that, I mean, it's mainly just up to me.
Braden, there's been all kinds of talk, or there was in the summer, about your bench pressing all this weight. Is that something you've worked on since you were young?
I mean, I've been lifting since like 4th grade, and I just, everything combined with that helps me get stronger.
What's the most you've ever lifted once?
Lifted once. I've never done like a 1 rep max, but I've done like multiple reps.
Well, what's the most?
Last time was like 575 twice, I think.
What were you lifting in 4th grade exactly?
I think I remember I was struggling with 50 pounds. I think it's 50 pounds.
What got you started in that? Because I don't know many like 9-year-olds who are very interested. I'm not being like, just what got you started in doing that at such a young age?
I mean, my dad just kind of introduced me to the fact, like, he just got me going for a while. Then he kind of just let off and let me start doing it. Like if I wanted to continue doing it, then I could keep going. If I didn't want to do it, then I could just stop.
Where's your future, you think? You think you're gonna be a tackle or guard? Do you feel like you can switch between the two when needed?
I mean, it's honestly wherever they see me fit. Honestly, I feel like I could play both, but it really just comes down to where they need me at.
Have you practiced much at guard at all
Uh,
since you got here?
Today was probably my first day actually getting reps at guard.
Has there been one line in here that you've kind of relied on a lot when you've been learning everything here these first couple of months? Has there been one guy you've been going to more than, or is it just kind of the whole group? Or?
I mean, really, all of them help me, but everyone helps me along through the like times. Like during the summer, all the guys, like considering I was the only freshman, they just kind of spread their knowledge down to me. I mean, they've been really helpful all through the way. I've been very like thankful for that.
Did you work at left guard or right guard today?
Left guard.
And were you with the first team or second?
Well, today they're just trying to rest up some guys, so we only had one group going.
Okay.
Had you not picked Auburn, where do you think you would be playing right now?
I couldn't really answer that question, you know. Auburn's first choice, that's the only choice I have, really.
What was it like going back to Kansas in that experience?
It was definitely like kind of nice going home. Like it's kind of hard to explain, you know. Just seeing like family and friends again. It's really nice. I mean, even though I didn't get to play, still being back home, it's a great thing.
Had you ever played any tight end before they moved you there recently?
I mean, I've repped it sometimes during practice, but I mean, didn't really come into anything serious until like the last week.
How do linebackers and defensive backs react when you're coming across the middle of the field?
I honestly couldn't answer that.
Have you caught anything in practice? You feel good with your hands?
I feel like I'm getting better with them.
Is there anybody you model your game after, whether it be a tackle or in that particular spot, the tackle who goes out for a tight end catch? I mean, we've seen like over in the NFL, you've seen Warren Sapp, a defensive guy, do. You've seen Jumbo Elliott 15 years ago catch a touchdown pass for the Jets. Is there anybody who you model your game after, either as a tackle or as a tackle at tight end kind of thing?
Really, I don't model it after anyone. I'm just trying to get better each day.
Braden, I know there was a great article on you this summer about you having a garden. Are you living in the dorms now? Do you find a place to plant a garden here?
I haven't yet, but next year, during the summer, I'll probably like get something going in the community garden, or find like one of my friends like has some land, I'll just plant out there or something like that.
So no pumpkin patch this fall?
They're still continuing back home, so
Oh, okay.
I got one FedEx to me the other day.
Okay, great.
What kind of things do you plant?
Ooh, this year is Swiss chard, kale. There's a bunch of pumpkins and a lot of greens, some other greens. I can't remember what they were.
Do you feel like Auburn? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Brady.
I think that's all I can recall right now.
Do you feel like Auburn's kind of an ag school, really, and it's hard? I mean, do you feel like it's a good fit for you, just the kind of person you are?
I mean, I like agriculture, but that's not something I'll probably major in. That's just something leisure time I like to do.
We're good.
Thank you, Brady.